You know, when I was a young critic, I always used to think of producers as the villains of the piece. I thought of them as people who had plenty of money and who told the director exactly what to do, ruined his work, probably put the film out wrong, and in fact took all the money and paid the director a very small fee. There's always the thought that there's some gorgon behind a film, and it's usually the executive producer. Then I suddenly began to see a lot of British films and a lot of European films as well as American films, and my view became a little bit different. And towards the end of my career as a critic, I thought exactly the opposite. I thought the producer was probably the unsung hero of the British film industry. Think of what they have to do. First thing they have to do is find some money for a film. That takes about 3 or 4 years sometimes. They then have to, having found the money, perhaps shoot very quickly, too quickly than they would like to, get everything together. They've got to provide everything on the set. They've got to do everything for themselves to make it run smoothly. And there's a lot of people on a film set who are not exactly easy to deal with, including most directors. So having done that, raised the money, then done all that back-breaking practical work, they then have to try and sell the film and get it put out in a way they'd like it to be put out. And that's very difficult too. So I think the producers probably have the worst job in the film industry, the hardest job, and don't think that they make a lot of money, because very often they don't. You know, I was talking to Umberto Pasolini the other day on the stage, and he is the producer of The Full Monty. Now, The Full Monty is the most successful British film ever made. It's probably made by now something like $150 million. So the first thing I said to him was, "What's it like to be a rich man?" And he said, "You must be joking." He hasn't yet received a penny from all that money. So Pasolini may find himself in trouble. He may not, I hope he won't, and I think he probably won't, because what he intends to do is to give some money to himself, some to the director, and some money to everybody who worked on the film for more than 6 days. So he's going to share it around. Now, obviously, he's going to be pretty successful, because people will say he made The Full Monty and he can make other films. They'll probably want him to make The Full Monty 2, which he certainly doesn't want to do. And maybe everybody connected with the film will do very well. But to be a producer is no easy matter, even if you've got a successful film. And most films really aren't anything like as successful as The Full Monty.